Blog Talk Radio, the world's largest online radio network.
Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon if you're in New York. Good day. This is Brian the Hammer on the show with Without Rules. Our special guest today is Maria Somos. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about Maria's technique regarding acting. We're going to introduce her. She's on the line right now. But first, I'm going to talk to Kelly. And welcome to the show, Kelly Corbin. Hi. Kelly, you're the one who booked Maria. What's your impression of Maria so far?
Oh, I'm very impressed. I've been watching Maria for a little while now and have actually referred some actors to her who were looking for acting classes and things in the New York City area. She is going to be here today talking about an upcoming Chubbuck scene study class in New York, and it's my understanding that a lot of Hollywood actors, hundreds of them actually, have used this technique. The Chubbuck Technique is what it's called, and I think it sounds like a really good program, and it sounds like she's a lot of help to a lot of young actors just starting out.
Okay, we're going to get right to it right now. What is today?
Today
I know
is Tuesday.
We're in July, right?
Yes, we are. Tuesday, July the 17th.
Tuesday, July. Oh, I knew that. Tuesday, it's right here. I'm like, thank you, Dave. July 17th at 10 a.m. We'll be right back with our guest, Maria.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Maria.
You, Kelly.
You guys have a good show.
Okay. Thank you. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Maria Somos. She teaches us a technique that many stars have used. And let me just run down some of the names. Let me see here. We have, these are the people that have used this technique. It's called the Chubbuck Technique, Maria?
Yes, that's right.
We have people who use this with Halle Berry, Brad Pitt, John Voight, James Franco, Kate Hudson, Terrence Howard. We can go on and on. Gerard Butler.
Yep.
Tell me about this technique, Maria.
The Chubbuck Technique is an acting technique that was developed by Ivana Chubbuck, who is a legendary Hollywood acting coach. And she has been teaching actors. She's had a studio in Hollywood for, I want to say, about 25 or 30 years. She sort of came to national prominence when Halle Berry won Best Actress in 2001 for her performance in Monsters Ball. Did you ever see Monsters Ball?
No, I never seen it.
But
I heard it's a great movie. I heard it's a great film. I really did.
It's an amazing movie, and she was the first African-American woman to win Best Oscar for Best Actress. Right. And Ivana coached her. So it's basically an acting technique that a lot of, literally hundreds of working actors are using in Hollywood, and I have brought it to New York.
Now, how is this different than the Strasberg technique?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
It has some similarities to Strasberg. One of the things that Strasberg uses is emotional or sense memory, where it's like if you're playing a scene and you have to, your character puts his hand on the stove and gets burned. Mm-hmm. You need to think back to a time in your life when you had that feeling, and try to bring that out in the performance.
Right.
Chubbuck Technique is similar to that in that you're using your past. Okay. You're using your history, the things that have happened to you in your real life, and you use those things, your experiences, your real life experiences, the actor's experiences, and you're putting them into the character.
So it sounds like it's a lot of method acting here.
It is similar to method acting.
Trying to reach. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I'm just, method acting is a phrase that gets thrown around a lot. Mm-hmm. Method acting, and I don't want to go into like a big sort of actor's history lesson, but method acting was kind of Strasberg's take on Stanislavski's technique.
Okay.
So there's a lot of kind of controversy and gray area, what is method acting? But in very general terms, I would say yes. There are a lot of parallels between method acting. The difference with the Chubbuck Technique is that there's also another aspect that she wants actors to do, and it's an aspect of empowerment.
Well, give me an example of an exercise that one can do before they do a scene, or actually doing a role using the Chubbuck technique, just to get them relaxed before they start going on the set. Any kind of example like that?
Yeah. You can do a moment before exercise. So let's say that let me ask you this, Brian. What is your favorite movie, or a good movie that you've seen recently?
My favorite movie, you said keep it clean, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, give me a moment. No, that has nudity in that one. No,
it's okay if it's nudity, but...
Oh, nudity is okay?
Nudity is okay. Like, what kind of movies do you like?
Well, nudity is okay. Kim Kardashian's sex tape, the World Devil... But those were nudity. Okay, you're... See, now you don't like my film.
A real movie. A real movie with a plot. Like, have you seen The Godfather?
Have you seen Forrest Hump? It had a plot.
Oh, God.
Okay, Godfather, yes. I have seen The Godfather. I love The Godfather.
Well, see, everybody loves The Godfather. So that's why I use that example. Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's say that if you were going to be in a remake of The Godfather, would you want to play the Al Pacino character, who is Michael, or would you want to play the James Caan character, who is Sonny?
I would like to play Sonny.
Okay,
I would love to play Sonny.
He was my favorite, so tell me why you liked him.
Because Sonny was a hothead. Sonny.
Exactly.
It was no level for Sonny. Sonny went from 0 to 10, and he stayed at 10 through the whole film. That's
right, because everything came from the heart with Sonny.
Right.
Everything came from the heart. Was that the same way Michael operated?
Michael didn't really operate. It seems like he shut down. He didn't really operate from the heart. He was a thinker, and he didn't really show that much emotions during the whole series.
Exactly. So let me break this down for you, Brian, okay?
Okay, break it down.
Chubbuck Technique is saying that characters, just like people in real life, are based out of one of two needs, the need for love or the need for power. And that every single character, when you bottom line it, wants one of those two things. Now, let's apply it to The Godfather. What do you think Sonny wants? Love or power?
Power, of course.
No, he wants love.
He wants love?
He wants love. Michael, I think you might be confusing the characters. Michael wants power.
Okay, yeah, I'm right. Michael wanted the power. But I don't know, but Sonny... Really? I didn't really look at it that he was looking for love, because I'm thinking back, Sonny was supposed to take over the business. Yes. He was trying to learn the business. He was, you know what? You're right. He was protecting his sister a lot.
You're right. Who protected the sister, Sonny or Michael?
Sonny.
Was it necessarily the smart thing to do, to go in and beat up Carl in front of a whole neighborhood where anybody could see? And as somebody who is looking to be powerful and head of a crime organization, going to make such a reckless move?
No, but then you're saying to me, if that's love, then love is reckless and stupid.
Isn't it?
Well, yeah, I just didn't think
so there you go. I think you just made my point.
Okay. Well, I'm an idiot.
No, look, the thing is, when you start looking at people, the people who are around us,
right?
You know, and you start looking at their motivations. What do they want?
Right.
And this technique really does break it down to that. Ultimately, it's about love or it's about power.
Right.
And so, going back to our example of The Godfather, if you were to play Michael, a character who is totally motivated by power,
right?
Okay, he wants the power.
Yeah.
You would go into the scene with a moment before exercise where you would think back to a time in your life where somebody took away all your power. You lost all your power. Like maybe you were in the 5th grade and you were on a playground.
Or an ex-wife.
Or an ex-wife took all your money, took your house.
Yeah. She took my Tesco's too, but I got them back in court. I know, keeping it clean. I'm trying to keep it clean.
You don't have to keep it clean. You've just got to keep it, look, when you said the thing about the ex-wife, I mean, OJ.
Right.
When when O.J. killed his wife, he was getting his power back from her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, you went there.
I went there. Because the thing is, it's understandable when people have their power taken away from them, they'll do anything to get it back.
Can't you have, and this
good
technique...
question. Very good question.
Can't you have power and love? Donald Trump, he has love and power.
Does he have love? Does Donald Trump have love?
Well, he's married to a very beautiful lady. He has some great kids, and he seems to be a good family.
Listen, he's been married to 3 very beautiful ladies.
He has a lot of love.
I don't know that he has been. I don't know that Donald. Do you look? If you're a young, beautiful lady and you're married to Donald Trump, do you think you married him for love?
No, you didn't.
So does he have love?
But they love the money.
But do they love him?
Love?
No. But you get what I'm saying, right? I mean, you get what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, and, this is only a half-an-hour show, and I could talk to you forever. I want to get some great points in. I do.
All right.
I want to get some great points in, because nobody cares about my nonsense and my defective life.
All right.
Okay, first I want to learn. Have you taught any celebrities
I have
this technique?
Yeah, Ivana has taught, it seems like, all the celebrities. I mean, literally hundreds of them. Literally hundreds. Charlize Theron, Brad Pitt, Halle Berry, Jim Carrey, Jon Voight. I mean, Jessica Alba. I could go on and on and on and on. Brad Pitt was, one of her success stories, a huge success story.
Now, do you teach? Do you teach at all?
Well, yeah, that's what I do. I teach the technique in New York.
Okay. I just wanted. How about you personally? Have you taught any?
I have had. I'll be honest with you. I've had some wives of celebrities.
Oh, really? So have I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Keep it clean.
Yeah. No, I've had some. I've had a couple of students who are married to celebrities and want to be actresses.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you name names or?
No, absolutely not. No.
We can't name names?
No,
Will we know their celebrity husbands if we?
Absolutely, you would. Yes.
Okay, and tell me why. Tell me how did it go? I mean, how long is this course, and what did you teach them?
When you're dealing with that kind of a client, they typically want private classes. So they weren't in my scene study classes with the rest of my students. They wanted one-on-ones, and I would even go to their homes here in Manhattan and do classes with them. It's tricky because a lot of them see the celebrity and want to be part of it. Right. They want to be actors, but they don't really understand how much work goes into it.
Oh, yeah. Let me ask you a question. I know we're going to go in there, and I'm jumping really quickly because I'm trying to ask questions that may be on some people's mind. Does an actor, a talent, they just started, do they realize how much money they have to invest in their craft? Here's the problem we're having. There's a lot of people, even on the website, on our Facebook, there's a lot of people popping up, hey, come to my workshop, come to my workshop, come to my workshop. I happen to believe in you. I really do. But, the economy, the way the money is, how can a talent decide what is a good workshop? How do they research this to invest in that particular workshop?
I mean, look, you need to know how many people has it worked for. Right.
How do they find that out?
Well, I mean, in the case of the Chubbuck Technique, just go to my website or go to Ivana's website, and there's a list of 100 huge celebrity names.
That is true.
That have studied with her. I mean, but not a lot of them can say that. I mean, I would venture that 90% of the people who are advertising acting classes do not have, literally hundreds of working actors that they've coached. That's not to say you can't learn anything from them, but if it was my money,
right. I understand. Now, how much does it cost, and how long will a person have to invest? How much time would they have to invest if they went to your acting class or picked up the book? What would they learn from the book what they would not learn from actually going to your class? There's a lot of people in Florida, Texas, Oklahoma who can't really go to your class, which I do recommend if you're in New York. So the book, how much will this book help them?
I've had a lot of students write me from across the country and across the world. Just this week, I had a student contact me from Mexico City and another one contact me from Paris, and they've read the book because the book has been translated into other languages as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was a huge bestseller, and they've learned enormously from the book.
It is a bestseller. I just want to say that. It is a bestseller.
Yeah,
and it is a must-have. If you're an actor, it is a must-have.
Yeah, you got to have it in your toolkit.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you've got to have it because it really shows you how to break down a scene. You know, just getting the book is going to help you just understand, how do I break down a scene? I mean, actors get handed a script. They don't know where to start.
Right.
But going back to your original question, you can learn an enormous amount from the book, but you need to put it into practice. You need to look at the acting classes as being like a lab where you go in and you try stuff out.
Right.
You know, so you need to have both. And I do Skype classes with people.
Well, you do?
Florida. Oh, yeah.
Well, look at you. Well, before time ends, let's talk about that. How do they enroll in your Skype class? No, this is good stuff here. I thought I had to just read a book, and if it doesn't have 30 pages, I'm not interested. But now that you have a Skype class...
Yeah, I have students in Florida. I have students all over.
Now, I have to say, when Kelly first told me, okay, we have an author, she's doing this book and an acting book, and I said, oh, not another book, not another. And she goes, no, look at her picture, look at her. Okay, she named me names. Then I look at her picture, I go, hey, you're a good-looking woman. Look at you.
Thank you.
Look, I said, whoa, hey, maybe I should read this book.
Well, first of all, let me be clear. I didn't write the book. Now, Ivana wrote the book.
I don't care. You're good looking.
Thank you.
Made me want to read the book.
Well, I was an actor for many years before I started teaching.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, that's how I got into it.
Okay, let's do a scene. Act like you love me.
No.
Oh, you're not that good of an actor, I guess.
No, it's, you know what? It's my day off.
Oh, you sound like my ex-wife.
And I'm also union, so you're not paying me enough to do that.
Oh, now you sound like my ex-wife. Okay, let's get serious. Let's get with your Skype class. How do people enroll in your Skype class?
They go to my website, which is Chubbuck Classes NYC, and they purchase a 50-minute Skype class, and it's $50. It's really, really easy. Mm-hmm. And we Skype, and they tell me the problems they're having with auditions. They're not getting callbacks, or they're getting callbacks and they're not getting the parts. They don't know how to enter a scene. They're not sure. They've got an audition where they have to play somebody who's like British, and they don't know. They're just lost. A lot of times they're lost. And
what's the name of the website where they can enroll in this Skype class?
It's www.chubbuckclassesnyc.
Okay, now when they do go Skype, are you there? Can they physically see you and you can walk them through it, or is it one of your instructors are there that can instruct them?
No, I have two TAs who help me with administrative stuff, but I'm the only instructor in New York. It's just me.
Did you say PAs or TAs?
TAs, like teaching assistants. They help me with...
keep it clean, lady. Keep it clean.
Yeah.
That foul mouth. You're the one who's talking about TNAs on your show.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, I know. Hang in there with me, baby. We only got 1 minute.
Okay, I'll be all right.
So they go there. They can enroll. How do they pay for the $50? Do they use PayPal, credit card?
Yeah, you can use PayPal. If you're, my students here in New York have obviously a lot of options. They can do whatever they want, cash, check, whatever. But if you're one of my students, because I have a lot of students in Florida, actually, they're going to use PayPal.
Okay. And it's a 50-minute class.
It's a 50-minute class, and they usually email me the script beforehand, like if they have an audition coming up. And they're like, I'm playing this character, this is what the audition is, and we break it down, and they go into the audition feeling a lot more confident.
I like that. I like that. So are these strictly for people who have something coming up, or can the average person who just want to get a little bit of knowledge can go to this 50-minute class? I mean, and you just go over the basics, am I correct? How to hit the mark, how to, screen study, things like that?
Yeah, I've got everybody. I mean, I've got working actors, I've got actors who are just now starting. I've got students. I've got everybody. It's for everyone.
Okay, cool. And we have a giveaway. Kelly mentioned that. I guess it's quote not a giveaway because this is if they join your Skype class, and that's just one class, right? Is it $50 for just 50 minutes?
Yep.
Okay. So if they join that class and they get into that class, you will give them or send them the book from Ivana Chubbuck?
Yes.
Which is the Chubbuck Technique?
Yeah, it's called The Power of the Actor. The
Power of the Actor. And the success rate, do you have any idea when people take these courses?
It hasn't been clinically studied, but I can tell you from my firsthand knowledge of being in LA, training with Ivana at her studio, it's enormously successful. I would venture to say if you read the book, if you do the work, if you work hard, you're going to do very well.
I understand because, like I said, I did read your bio, and I posted the book, the cover of the book on the website.
Thank you.
I think it's a beautiful book. It's a good investment for $50.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me ask you a question since let me go back to you being an instructor, an acting instructor.
Yeah.
How long should one attend classes, and how many times should people go to classes? I have heard actors who are A-list actors who still go to classes.
Absolutely.
I mean, is this an ongoing thing? I mean, can you just go to a class in like a semester? I don't know if you have semesters.
Yeah.
And just say, okay, I got it, I'm ready to audition, or do I have to spend more dollars and time just to get where I need to go?
Let me tell you. Do you know Sanford Meisner, okay, one of the great acting gurus, maybe like, the top 5 in history. Meisner said it takes 20 years to become an actor, but I'm not going to ask for 20 years for many of my students. But I would ask if somebody's starting from scratch, I would ask them for 6 months.
For 6 months?
6 months. 6 months. If you apply yourself, if you go to class, if you do the homework, if you do everything you're supposed to do, you work hard, I think 6 months is fair, and then you can maybe start going on some auditions for, like, independent films or student films or commercials.
Right. Now, what about children? What do you suggest? How early should one start to put their children into into acting school and get into the acting business, in your opinion?
It's a good question because people are always approaching me, my daughter, my son, everybody always wants to get their kids into the business. I really don't see a lot of value in acting classes in a child before the age of, maybe 4.
Maybe 4. Okay, I think we have a question for you. I think we have a caller. Caller, you're on the air. Are you on the air? Well, you know what? They hung up.
Uh-oh.
It's just me and you. It's okay. Chances are they'll try to call back again. And I'm going to talk to Dave because Dave was supposed to. She's working the board. She is fantastic. I love her. We got her on this program, like affirmative action for, hot girls but don't know stuff.
That's okay, though, because, she's nice to have around if she's good looking.
She is. She's great. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you. So you say 4 years old, huh?
At the earliest, because it's like, they're kids. I think kids are like a different ball game. I really do. I think you're really wasting your time if they're below the age of 4. They're just too young.
Oh, okay. Now, how do you feel about 4 years old? Is kind of young. I mean, what can a 4-year-old learn? I mean, I don't have children, but I'm thinking they could barely even pee in a toilet.
Pretty much. I mean, they can do things like theater games and mimic. That's what a 4-year-old can do. I know this because I have an almost 3-year-old.
Oh, okay. You're a mother.
Yeah, I'm a mom. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were a mom.
Yeah.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you a happily married lady?
I'm afraid so, Brian.
Oh. Is he happily married, too?
I hope so. It's been 10 years, so I think he probably is.
10 years? Oh, my God. You must have good relationships.
Well, marriage is it's a lot of work, but anything that's worthwhile is.
It is. Do you use your acting technique during your romance in your relationship?
Next question.
You know you do. I mean, what is the exercise here, Paul? Get me in there. Get me in there.
No, listen, Brian, there's actually an exercise in the book for creating sexual chemistry. So if you are in an audition and
Here you go. You said sexual. I was keeping it clean.
No, listen, it's in the book. And
okay.
It's in the book, and you have to create that feeling that you're attracted to somebody. I was coaching an actress once, and she had to do kind of like a love scene with somebody that she found very not attractive.
Right.
And her thing is, how am I supposed to sit here and act like I'm so into this man? She's like, I just think he's whatever, awful, hideous. And she goes, and how is the audience going to believe it? And I told her, I said, listen, if you believe that he is the hottest thing on earth, they will too.
Really?
Yeah.
And between you and I, just a second, I think we got the caller back. Caller, you're on the air. Are you back?
Yes.
And who are you, caller, and where are you from?
I'm from Florida.
And your name?
This is Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. Tammy, do you want to ask Maria a question?
I was going to ask if she worked with kids herself, and then also what would she suggest to kids that haven't had all the past experiences that she was saying that's where you draw back from.
That's an excellent question.
We're out of time. Thank you very much. Go ahead, really quick. You got 90 seconds.
That's a really, really good question because one famous example is Angelina Jolie. When Angelina Jolie was young, like a teenager, she went to the Strasberg Institute. And she found that it wasn't effective for her because she didn't have the memories and the experiences to draw on at that age. So what you want to do with kids is you can still teach them how to break down a script. You can still teach them how to, you use what ifs. It's the scene is, I'm going to go in and tell off somebody who's been bullying me. Even if they've never been bullied, they're going to imagine, what if I was bullied, or what if somebody was picking on my little brother?
10 seconds.
That's it. That's what you would do. And yes, I refer out my coaching to kids, but contact me on the website, and I'll
and then name the website one more time.
www.chubbuckclassesnyc.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Tammy. Thank you for calling in.
Thank
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, this is Maria Somos, and she has so much information for you. Look at that. You see what I did there, Maria?
That was clever. Very good.
You really like me, don't you?
Oh, my God.
Thank you very much. Get her get the book by Ivana Chubbuck. It's a great book. Maria is one fantastic person. Go to her website, get more information. Thank you very much for coming to the show, Maria. I'd like to have you back on. Thank you, Tammy, as a special guest. You guys were great.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
All right.
And have a good day, and I will see you. Wait a minute. Let me see how many seconds we have. We have no more seconds. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.
Blog Talk Radio, where millions of hosts and listeners gather.
Bring that out in the performance.
Right.
Chubbuck Technique is similar to that in that you're using your past.
Okay.
Okay, you're using your history, the things that have happened to you in your real life, and you use those things, your experiences, your real life experiences, the actor's experiences, and you're putting them into the character.
So it sounds like it's a lot of method acting here.
It is similar to method acting. It's
trying to reach. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I'm just, method acting is a phrase that gets thrown around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Method acting, and I don't want to go into like a big sort of actor's history lesson, but method acting was kind of Strasberg's take on Stanislavski's technique.
Okay.
So there's a lot of kind of controversy and
Great film. I really did.
It's an amazing movie, and she was the first African-American woman to win Best Oscar for Best Actress.
Right.
And Ivana coached her. So it's basically an acting technique that a lot of, literally hundreds of working actors are using in Hollywood, and I have brought it to New York.
Now, how is this different than the Strasberg technique?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
It has some similarities to Strasberg. One of the things that Strasberg uses is emotional or sense memory, where it's like if you're playing a scene and you have to, your character puts his hand on the stove and gets burned.
Mm-hmm.
You need to think back to a time in your life when you had that feeling,
mm-hmm.
and try to.
Actors, hundreds of them actually, have used this technique. The Chubbuck Technique is what it's called, and I think it sounds like a really good program, and it sounds like she's a lot of help to a lot of young actors just starting out.
Okay, we're going to get right to it right now. What is today?
Today
I know
is Tuesday.
We're in July, right?
Yes, we are. Tuesday, July the 17th.
Tuesday, July. Oh, I knew that. Tuesday. It's right here. I'm like, thank you, Dave. July 17th at 10 a.m. We'll be right back with our guest, Maria.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Maria.
Kelly.
You guys have a good show.
Okay. Thank you. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Maria Somos. She teaches us a technique that many stars have used. And let me just run down some of the names. Let me see here. We have, these are the people that have used
Blog Talk Radio, the world's largest online radio network.
Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon if you're in New York. Good day. This is Brian the Hammer on the show with Without Rules. Our special guest today is Maria Somos. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about Maria's technique regarding acting. We're going to introduce her. She's on the line right now. But first, I'm going to talk to Kelly. And welcome to the
Brian.
show, Kelly Corbin. Hi.
Hi.
Kelly, you're the one who booked Maria. What's your impression of Maria so far?
Oh, I'm very impressed. I've been watching Maria for a little while now and have actually referred some actors to her who are looking for acting classes and things in the New York City area. She is going to be here today talking about an upcoming Chubbuck scene study class in New York, and it's my understanding that a lot of Hollywood...
This technique is called the Chubbuck Technique, Maria?
Yes, that's right.
We have people who use this as Halle Berry, Brad Pitt, John Voight, James Franco, Kate Hudson, Terrence Howard. We can go on and on. Gerard Butler.
Yep.
Tell me about this technique, Maria.
The Chubbuck Technique is an acting technique that was developed by Ivana Chubbuck, who is a legendary Hollywood acting coach. And she has been teaching actors. She's had a studio in Hollywood for, I want to say, about 25 or 30 years. She sort of came to national prominence when Halle Berry won Best Actress in 2001 for her performance in Monsters Ball. Did you ever see Monsters Ball?
No, I never seen it.
It's a
but I
great
heard it's
film.
a great movie. I heard it's